Okay, this is a video I didn't really plan to make, to be honest. It's just something that came up during this weekend because I was recording for the new video Life of Omniraptor, and as you can see I wanted to put an extra effort because I really love the Omni, and the name of the channel is Low Quality Raptor, so basically I wanted to really improve the quality of the gameplay I put on YouTube. I needed a lot of good footage, of course. The fact is, I tried the recording, and for I think 3 full days, Friday afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, I got 0, and I repeat, 0 AI, and basically I could not believe it. I tried different unofficial servers and even official servers, and I found only boars that killed me in 2 hits in a really bugged way, to be honest. It was pretty bad to see. But also, I just found a couple of frogs and a deer, if I'm not mistaken. But the deer came in when I had already a group of omnis. So yeah, I found this deer, but at the same time I found the group of the omnis, because when you play a solo omni, you can go solo and try to survive solo finding a group, or you simply rush broadcasting, pressing 1, and if you get lucky you will find very soon a group of omni around the map. Before we start, the video under impression is my gameplay of me trying to survive finding AI without dying, as a little shit, of course, as an Omniraptor. The problem is, I think, with the actual roster, because of this situation, and the fact that the majority of the battles are between the carnivores themselves. The carnivores are killing each other, tearing each other apart, and while I think it's okay and it's good that this happens, because of course carnivores will compete between themselves for the control of the area. It happens always. I also think that the herbivores are having too much of a good time. They are just chilling there. They don't give a fuck about anything. If you find 4 deebles, you have to run. You cannot even look them in the eyes. And if you find a couple of stego also, you just have to leave the area. Okay. In a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is that the herbivores are too powerful, and I already said this in my last video on should you play the Isle in 2025, so I'm not repeating myself. Go watch the video if you're interested. I just want to talk about the carnivores in this part. I made a Reddit post asking why AI is so hard to find. You will see the results here as the video goes. So let's get to the first batch of answers I got. A small percentage of them, but with a few likes, to be honest, a few karma points up, as you can see, is basically just Git Good, like every good old Dark Souls players would tell you before doing PvP. But I understand. I have 120 hours as I'm recording this on the Isle. I don't think I'm a noob because I killed players in 1v1s. I can kill people, okay, as a carnivore. I'm not the best like Omni. I've seen videos of people that are godlike in PvP. I'm not godlike. I'm not even good, I would say. I'm just okay. I'm trying to improve, okay? This is not a sin, in my honest opinion. Of course, if you're a carnivore, the better you are, the more chances of living you are getting. But the thing that is driving me mad is the fact that Git Good, with this problem I talked about, so why is the AI so hard to find and to kill as a baby Omni and Trodon in particular, because they are really the smallest and the frailest. Omni can just die by a stupid boar. You cannot do anything. to the boar until you're like 20%, I think, 25-ish% when you're adolescent. So yeah, just Git Good. Why this is a shit take? Because it's not a Git Good problem. It's a knowledge problem. And I know the hotspots, okay? As you can see in the videos, I reached the South River, I reached the highlands, I reached the plains. These are all rich populated areas, and as you can see probably in the video, I meet a lot of players. The fact is, as a young Omniraptor, you cannot like fight a D-ball and kill it. It's just stupid. You have to rely on killing really small things, or also killing deers, sheep, chickens are the best, I think. Really small things, okay? Because even a deer with a raptor is very hard to take down. And as you can see probably in a video, I don't know if I will remember to put it in post-production, but actually there's footage of me finding a random turtle and getting killed by 2 dilos because it took me so much damn time and they made so much noise that they actually aggroed me. And I was like in a completely random spot in the map. So yeah, perfect. It's really a problem of getting good at the game, not a problem that you have only to rely on the hotspots in this fucking game, because the problem is this, the map is huge, the map is gigantic, but the hotspots and the AI are guaranteed to spawn only in these few areas. And to be honest, I found really few of them. And the people also on Reddit, there was one funny guy that posted the gif of the ships, like 7 or 6 ships that he found. And let me get me serious. Sorry, a moment. Yeah, like he posted me an image of this like giant group of ships, and of course I replied with, if you want to make a comparison, I can DM you my 46 gigabyte 3 hours long recording of 2 frogs, because this is random, okay? This is gambling, I don't know how to say it, this is completely random. I also found groups of deers, groups of ships during my gameplays, okay? You can see something similar in the Serato video, I think. The first one I did, where I found like 7 deers, stuff like that. I don't know if I put it in the video, but for sure with Acerato I found like 7 deers in islands. So yeah, AI exists, but it's not consistent. It is not consistent. If you're unlucky, you're unlucky. There's the AI is nothing to be found there. Okay, I think I talked too much about the Just Get Good argument. Now let's talk about official versus unofficial servers. The footage here is from Petit Piazza, which is the most popular server on Europe, and I think really is the best, because the developers behind the server, I say developers, they're not really developers, they're like the admins. But I think they code also, so yeah, they are like the developers of the server, the backend of the server. They really care about the game, and I can see it. And it's one of the most populated servers, as I told before. So yeah, even in one of the most populated servers, if you do not play in hotspots, you simply die. You simply die. There's nothing that can change, and many people, as you will read during this video, just told me, yeah, the random spawn is shit, I only play in server that can make you choose the spawn point. Okay, that would be helpful, to be honest. I also like the fact that it's random, the spawn, but I blame the developers because they put like these random spawns. But you can spawn in shit places, that's the point. I spawned like 2 times in the swamp, and even as a dino, I hate the swamp, because it's one of the most beautiful biomes they've ever put in the game, because it's gorgeous, it's hyper realistic, it's beautiful. The swamp, it really is a beautiful place. graphically speaking. Because gameplay wise, it's full of grass, it's full of water. You have to be careful because you always have the fear of crocs, so you avoid the water, you take the long track, you lose yourself. There's another river you have to jump with the Omni, and really, it's not. You're kind of fucked in that way, because only exiting the swamp is like 10 minutes, and your hunger drains instantly drains. Like in 15 minutes, you start taking damage. And it was even worse before. Now the hunger bar starts at around 80%, I think. A few months ago, it was like 30%, 35%, something like that. So it's a better situation, but at the same time, they solved nothing, basically, because you always die 5 minutes later. You have to get lucky, basically. Get lucky. Okay. And even... let's not consider this, okay, I just told you. But simply telling me to play in unofficial servers, isn't this an admission of defeat? Isn't this admitting the base official game the developers want you to play is broken, is unbalanced? Because everybody told me, yeah, just go play on Petit Pieds or unofficial servers. But, but the base game, the developers are coding. The developers are developing right now the official version. They do not care about an official one. They are not working on mods. They simply want you to play the best as you can, the official servers version. So basically, the one with 100 players. And to be honest, this is a bad thing, because 100 players on a map so big is completely a bad idea. Or you completely get rid of the hotspots and people start hanging around in a random jungle, but it's not happening this right now. People are just going to the hotspots, which are 3 or 4 right now, and they rotate. So I don't kind of understand this, to be honest, but it is what it is, guys. And the last point the people told me, the hotspots. Basically, it's just the hotspots. You will read tons of comments about the hotspots, and this is not making me angry as the just Git Good shit take I read, to be honest. But this is also very bad, because the map is big, the map is huge, the map is beautiful also. I want to explore the map, I want to see the little details that they have add every patch. There's corners of the map I never saw, guys. There could be tons of playstyle around the saltwater mutation that I never got a chance, except from watching some stupid video on YouTube. But I never got the chance because, you know what, just go to the hotspot. Don't care about useless stuff like that. Just go to the hotspot and eat carcasses, eat scavenge around. Sometimes a frog or 2 spawns. Sometimes a young D-ball is cooked and you can eat it. But to be honest, I don't really like this. But this should be also the position of the devs, because the devs themselves said many times that hotspots are bad for the game, and from what I understand, the old map, the Spyro map, I think, was remade many times because of the hotspots. People were only gathering around those 3 or 4 areas, and developer absolutely hated it. So we are gonna have to pick a side. If we agree that hotspots are the only official way to play the game, just mark them on the map, add a mapping game, I don't know. But make it clear, make it super easy peasy clear that you have to go to the hotspots. If the game is not like this, and I really think it should not follow this road, simply make Carnivore able to sustain themselves outside of this highly populated area. Because herbivores, they simply do not care. They go to the hotspot because it's a cool looking area, and they for sure will find herbivores and they can group, because herbivores of different species can pack together, while carnivores cannot, of course. And I think this is correct. Okay, I'm not blaming them for this, but at the same time, yeah, we have to do something about this. I would incentivize the player to explore the map, giving them a small growth boost. I already said those things in my last theisle video commentary. So yeah, guys, I think a potential... Let's talk about the solution, okay? Let's talk about the solution. I think like the easiest thing they can do is just add more spawn points, because from what I understood, there's like spawn points around the map. I saw clips on YouTube. Yes, you find more AI statistically speaking. Yes, you can find AI even randomly, like in a random jungle on the map, but it's not considered the best way to find AI. But the easiest solution is just to increase the spawn points, make AI everywhere. Not really everywhere, but you know, like double the AI already present, because this is a problem I have encountered and many people are encountering, because of course in the Reddit thread there are a lot of people telling, yes, you have to like find the correct hotspots, you have to Git Gud, but many people also told me, yeah, it's bullshit, I die every time of starvation and it's not fun, because dying like a shit, basically. I understand dying in combat, because if you die in combat, you picked the wrong fight, you underestimated the enemy, you overestimated yourself. And if I die in combat, I don't get mad, because my enemy was simply better or was smarter, basically, and I was dumb. That's it. I don't get mad, but I really get mad because of starvation, because I'm trying to like actively surviving, but I do not have the resources. And the people just say, you have to go to the hotspot, you have to go to the hotspot. And when it happens that I go to the hotspot, I found a frog. That's the most tilting thing ever, basically. So yeah, the easiest solution should be just double the AI and increase more spawn zones, even in not populated areas. This is the easiest, but I think it's the laziest also. The best solution that also people wrote in the Reddit thread is make AI smellable. And I think this is the perfect solution, because carnivores can smell AI, and this is realistic for all the realism bros around. And so I think, yes, just make it smellable. What's the point? Let me smell the animal I'm hunting for. Maybe don't give me the precise position, but like bring me in an area where I can just hear the cries. What's the problem with that? So I think, yes, in the future this will be the best addition. And also people told me about small critters they are implementing, like mice and insects. And this is a pretty neat idea, especially because they're talking about sanctuaries, putting them in sanctuaries. And I think this would really help carnivores in sanctuaries. Because right now, sometimes you go in sanctuaries and they're basically empty. There's nothing. Only if you're herbivore you really want to go in a sanctuary, or if you, as a carnivore, smell or hear herbivores in sanctuary, you wanna fight. So yeah, that's all, guys. I hope they will make the AI smellable, and that's it. As always, I'm sorry if you know, my English is not perfect. I'm improving right now, and this is my occasion to talk English, because I used to hear a lot of English during my day, and I speak it a little bit, but I'm not perfect. I'm not mother language, so I hope my point of view is clear. As always, subscribe, comment, leave a like. I'm really happy to write in the comments, and if you have different opinions than my own, I respect them, and I will be more than happy to discuss this in the comments. See you!